Perspective is an approach to drawing that Renaissance artists got excited about as it works in a precise and mathematical way. The secret to drawing most things is to break them down into their primitive forms, i.e. cubes, spheres, cylinders and cones. And perspective is all about illusion of depth and of reality, making the two-dimensional appear three-dimensional. It can also make the mundane appear dramatic and the important seem insignificant. So Edward Ruscha used perspective to make everyday locations like this petrol station look dramatically three-dimensional. The steep angles of the structure appear to thrust out of the page. This drawing is an example of two-point perspective. This means rather than having one vanishing point in the distance, two-point perspective uses two vanishing points leading you out to the left and the right of the page. And this can be done by drawing your structure from a very low ground level. The sketches for this drawing that I made last year were taken from a low level to give it a hyper three-dimensionality, and I abstracted its form from its surroundings and context. Now, linear perspective is a mathematical system used to create the illusion of space and distance on a flat surface. So to properly use the linear perspective, an artist has to imagine the page as an open window through which he sees the subject of his painting. In this open window, it's necessary to draw straight lines to represent the horizon, dividing the painting with different horizontal lines and fixing the vanishing point. The vanishing point is usually located near the centre of the horizon, and from this point you can draw the so-called visual rays that connect the viewer's eye with the point in the distance. Pictures here is a linear perspective study for The Adoration of the Magi by Leonardo da Vinci. For the drawing part of this workshop, you'll need an eraser, a pencil, a ruler and some paper. So start off by drawing a line across the centre of your page with the ruler. Marking your vanishing point in the centre. Then draw a rectangle around this, keeping it as central as possible as well. This will be the back wall of the room. Next, using your vanishing point and the corner of your rectangle as a guide, draw your lines straight out from the centre point, and these are going to make the walls of the room. Next, we're going to add a door. So draw a line from your vanishing point. It's going to make the top of the door. And next, draw in two vertical lines to create the sides of the door. You can start erasing some of your guidelines at this point as well. We'll keep the vanishing point, however, as we'll need this for the next steps. Next, we're going to add a table. So draw 2 lines coming out from your vanishing point towards you. And we're going to create the top of the table now. So make a triangle. Then a smaller triangle. Then add some table legs with some vertical lines. And you can rub out some of your guidelines at this point as well. And add in the back legs of the table. Next, we're going to make some floorboards. So measure evenly some dots at the back. This could be 1/2 centimetre depending on the scale of your drawing. Mine are 1/2 centimetre here. And use the vanishing point again to connect these dots and to draw our lines coming towards us. Continue this until you fill the room with the floorboards. Next, we're going to add a window. So again, draw a line out to create the top of the window and a line out from the vanishing point to create the bottom of the window. Draw in 2 vertical lines to complete it. And then to make it more 3-dimensional, you can add in some vertical lines to create the inside of the window. Join these lines together. And then finish the window ledges. Next, we're going to add our doorknob. and we'll draw in a light and a light shade. So using kind of a flattened circle and then a triangle on top of that with a little circle in the center, which will give us our light bulb. And you can continue adding more elements as you like maybe a bunch of flowers on the table or something like that at this point. And you can give more definition to the objects in the drawing as well. So to erase my guidelines properly, I ended up going over this one with a marker and then fully erasing everything that was left in pencil on the page. To finish, I'd just like to add that because perspective is a set of rules, these rules can be bent or broken for visual interest. Dutch artist M.C. Escher created a perspectival world of tricky spaces where the possible and the impossible seamlessly join. And this drawing on the right that I made in art college was measured by eye. So if we were able to measure using a ruler, we would definitely find that this isn't entirely mathematically correct.